Hello everybody, welcome back to another look at the 3.0 update, which along with its many new features and locations that adds to the game, also brings changes to existing locations like Grim Hex. So today I would like to take a quick look at these changes to the station and in general the upgraded role of Grim Hex in the expanded persistent universe. Most of these changes have to do with the addition of new shops and services offered to the visitors of the space station, but the most important change has to do with how you arrive at Grim Hex. Like before, in order to visit the space station of Grim Hex, you have first to travel to Yela. And in the 3.0 update, this is happening through your mobiGlas. You have to set Yela as your destination, as we have seen many times already. Alternatively, you can set your destination and travel there by using the new 3D radar star map that was added to the PTU with the latest build, but is still somewhat rough around the edges. The biggest difference now is that when you arrive at Yela, you can again pick Grim Hex as your destination and jump there, something that wasn't possible before. In the 3.0 update, the planetary bodies have their own rotational motion, so that also means that Grim Hex, this space station, will be orbiting the moon of Yela. So depending on where it will be when you arrive at your initial destination, then you might have to travel a bit, maneuver around the moon of Yela in order to arrive at a position from where you can jump directly to the station. If you are lucky, then when you will arrive at Yela, you will be able to jump directly to Grim Hex and arrive at your destination very fast. Another change has to do with the existence of an Armistice Zone around Grim Hex. Grim Hex is not an outlaw place anymore, and it is now one of the three major hubs, trading hubs, in the Star Citizen universe, in the persistent universe that we have in this small part of the standard system. So you can visit Grim Hex without fear of someone attacking you while approaching, in order to do shopping, in order to trade, in order to just sit there and relax. With the addition of the new feature of the air traffic control, in order to land to Grim Hex, you have to approach and request landing. Once you have performed this action, once you have landed to Grim Hex, then you are free to visit the interior. The first minor change that you will notice when you will enter Grim Hex for the first time is that the old terminals that we were using in order to spawn our vessels have been replaced with the new ASOP terminals. A small but universal change to every station in Star Citizen. Other than that, the place is very familiar and very similar with before. There are a lot more NPC running around now, and many NPC wearing outlaw armors, although Grim Hex is not an outlaw place anymore. To reach the core of Grim Hex, you will have to use the elevator, and this is where most new changes, most new shops can be found. Once you exit the elevator on your left first corridor, you can visit the new trading area where the trading kiosks can be found and where you can sell and buy commodities. As you can see, the style of the kiosk is very different from the other stations, from Port Olisar, and this is in order to make Grim Hex, this place in the persistent universe, to feel a lot more unique. To the next corridor, we can find the place where Ruto will be waiting us. So Ruto is going to be one of the two mission givers that we will get in the 3.0 update, and right now he is not in the game. We can interact with his terminal, but what it will tell you is that there are technical difficulties and will not offer you any missions. But this is exactly where you will be able to find Ruto and accept his missions. Most of the other areas around Grim Hex are pretty much the same as before, like the bar, which is pretty much identical, with some minor changes to their products. So for example, you can visit the clothes shop and find some new options, some new shirts, jackets, hats or boots to buy, and of course the armors and the weapon store where you can find new armors like the Macroid battle suit, and of course some new weapons like the railgun. As we have seen already in a previous video, the shopping experience has changed. You can buy different armor parts from every armor set, and you of course need to buy the weapons you want to use and ammo for these weapons. Overall, I have to say that the new outlaw themed armors are looking really good, and this is one very good reason for you to visit Grim Hex. Lastly, at the top floor of the Grim Hex core, we can find the Dampers Depot equivalent shop where we can buy components for our vessels in order to upgrade them later and make them perform better. In general, Grim Hex has changed, its role has been upgraded in my opinion, since we can now visit it freely in order to perform specific actions like trading or shopping, or even make this place our home without problems, faster and easier than before. But its overall feeling, the overall atmosphere inside Grim Hex hasn't changed really, and it is still as decadent as ever. If you really like that atmosphere, then you will enjoy visiting and living in Grim Hex. One last note about Grim Hex has to do with the changes around the station. The scenery is a lot more beautiful. We can see Yella, we can see Crusader from afar, and it is a very beautiful site. It is a very beautiful area to visit just once, even if you don't like being around Grim Hex. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove, and I will see you around the verse. Bye bye.